Welcome to Crimson Tide Connection, your home for Crimson Tide Sports, and I'm joined today by the head coach of the Alabama volleyball team, Ed Allen. Coach, you went 1-1 on the week with games against South Carolina and Auburn. You've won 3 out of your last 4 matches, though. Just kind of talk about the matchup there against the South Carolina and Auburn.
Well, South Carolina team that came in and played really efficiently, I think, on both sides of the ball, maybe as well as they're capable of playing. And a match that we took a couple sets to really get into a rhythm and compete, and then struggled at the start of the 5th set and ultimately dropped a 3-2 decision to South Carolina.
Coach, you'd already defeated them 1 time at South Carolina, so I know you were kind of looking forward to maybe a little better play from your team to kind of get a match there at home, though, weren't you?
We really expected a much better performance, had a great week of practice, had a great walkthrough and a great warm-up, and just one of those situations where we didn't execute very well and committed a ton of unforced errors, Chris, in the match, and I think about approaching 50, I believe, and which you know, it's just difficult to beat people when you're making that many unforced errors.
But on the flip side, you did something that you hadn't been able to do since you'd been here, is get a win against Auburn. So talk about that and your first victory against Auburn since you've been here.
You know, we jokingly say we almost feel like we've got a bipolar team, because it came out and played completely different than that on the Auburn match, executed extremely well, both offensively and defensively, probably had our best defensive effort of the year, and had 2 middles that performed as well as they have all year long. Catherine White, probably her best career match in the 2 years that she's been here. So, and a complete total team effort from the ball control, first, second contacts to the ultimate third contact and kill.
Okay, so we said you've won 3 out of your last 4 matches to guarantee yourself a winning season. How important is it for the team to have their first winning season in a long time, and only your 2nd year you've been able to accomplish that?
Well, I think, you know, it's important as we continue to build forward. We've laid, I think, an extremely strong foundation with the freshman class that is in here. Really 7 kids that I think have a chance to contribute immensely over the next 4 years. And great recruiting classes to follow that. So I think we've made huge strides in the 2 seasons.
Coach, on Wednesday night, you traveled to Oxford, Mississippi to take on the Ole Miss Rebels at 7 p.m. The Rebels are 11-6, 5-13 in the SEC. How do you see yourself matching up against them?
Well, you know, a team that has the potential to reach out and grab just about anybody in the league. They've competed well against even the best teams in the league through the course of a year, and they've got a freshman middle that's really getting better every week, that we think is going to be one of the best players in the SEC as she develops. And the last time they were here, they were missing their best left side player that'll be back and playing. So we expect it's going to be a very difficult challenge.
And Coach, then on Friday, you wrap up the season against Missouri. They're 19-10, 10-8 in the SEC. You traveled to Columbia for that one, last game of the season. How do you see yourself matching up?
You bet. Just really want to end on a positive note for our 2 seniors, Kayla Fitter and Lee Moyer, who have really worked hard to try to put us in a great position as we move forward. And a Missouri team that is very good, have the potential to be very good on a night. And we expect to see a strong effort from them, being the last match of the year, being a home match for them, and being an opportunity as a bubble team right now to play themselves into the NCAA tournament.
Well, Coach, as we said, you face Ole Miss on Wednesday night at 7 and Missouri on Friday night. If you can't be there, you know, I'm sure if there are fans out around Oxford, Mississippi or Columbia, Missouri, you'd love to have them there. But if they can't, they can listen to it. All the games are live on Tide TV.
You bet. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck this weekend. And for head coach Ed Allen, I'm Chris Fringland with Crimson Tide Connection.